right, here we go. It's another episode of the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. How you doing, everyone? Let's open a beer.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
let's open
wait,
that.
Look,
Pappas has got something open over there.
Something here.
I'm going to do something I rarely do, and I'm going to hand it over to you guys and let you guys, because I've got so much shit I want to get to.
Almost broken nail.
And I really don't know where I want to start today. I was thinking about starting with the little message that AOC sent us for Pappas. But Keith, you call it, man. Yeah, you call it. Where do you want to start today?
We got all kinds of shit.
And this podcast is not going to end without us going off on Michelle Obama, because I'm really, I'm absolutely fed up with her.
I agree. I'm going to ask you too. Since our last podcast, how's everybody been? We'll start there.
Been busy. Played a lot of golf. Did a great radio show this morning. I
heard Andrew raving about it.
Little remodeling project at house down the street, and here I am.
Here we are. Since you asked, I appreciate you asking.
I was about to, but you didn't ask me, so fuck off. Dick.
My left eye is fucked up again, so I'm going back to the doctor tomorrow.
You got a spare?
So I do have a spare.
I thought it was
So,
all good.
It was good.
And then what'd you do?
Oh, I don't know. But
Just woke up and it was all messed up.
I was at the firehouse Thursday night into Friday, and woke up Friday and
Let me see it.
very light sensitive.
Yeah, it looks a little messed up.
Yeah. So
You got the HIV?
I don't know. We'll find out. I'll find out tomorrow, and I'll give you a full report. I'll make sure I touch you before you leave,
That's not going to happen.
and I'll spit on you as well.
That's not going to happen.
You think all Jamar Chase on us?
I'll Jamar chase you.
Look, man.
Andrew, how have you been?
You don't care.
No, you did a big event at the Little Miami Brewing for Honor Flight.
Yeah, Honor
I
Flight.
saw
Was that today?
How could it be today, Dan?
Well, I mean, it's
How
5
could it be
o'clock
today,
at
Dan?
night.
It was a fundraiser, Dan.
There was 17 hours prior to this day before you got here.
It was what's
So there's
today?
plenty of time for
Monday?
other events.
It was what night was that? Was that Friday night? Yeah, it was Friday night. No, it was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night we had a annual fundraiser, bourbon and barbecue dinner for Honor Flight Tri-State.
Did you sample any bourbon?
I don't drink, so no.
Maybe that's your problem.
You think that's my
Yeah,
problem?
Maybe that's your bro.
So no, but there was 300 people there, and we raised. I don't know the final figure. We haven't had our meeting yet, but
Do you have a guess?
no, I don't actually. I didn't ask. But
Looked like it was very well
It
attended.
was
though.
well attended,
Good.
and Congressman David Taylor came as my guest, but he paid, and then he bid. He was the winning bid on a print that was commissioned and done honoring the Tuskegee Airmen. So it was really
for
really
him.
good. And that I get
Picture's really cool.
yeah, that little Miami Brewing down there. That Milford.
It's a nice setup
is
down
a
there.
pretty
Isn't it?
nice setup.
Yeah, it really
Parking's
is.
tight, but it was that whole area down there was just hopping. You have Little Miami Brewing. What's the place right across the street? The distillery. I don't remember the name of it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that escapes me. But
yeah, but
no, that part of Milford is pretty happy.
yeah,
right
that
now.
corner right there at that light, it was hopping. So it was a good time. Hopping. Yeah, it was a good time. Raised money for a great cause. I really like Honor Flight Tri-State. They're a great organization, and anything anytime we can help them out, that's great. So thank you for asking and reminding me about that.
David Taylor had one of the absolute commercials when he was running for Congress.
He had some good ones.
He's
During the
'cause he-
primary?
because he's either part owner or owner of a cement company.
Oh, I think he's owner, but
And he said, I'll drive the cement truck down there myself and build that wall.
he was. Let me tell you something.
I do remember that.
That was awesome, man. I love that.
David Taylor is a real guy, and he's not in our district, but he's right next door.
Yeah.
And he does a great job in Congress, and he is just a real guy, except for one thing, and I do hope he's listening. He proudly drives a minivan, and I told him I was like,
probably not the best look.
probably not the best look, but I did a mock up of it.
I was waiting for a different reaction from Dan.
Is it at least an American made? Is it like a Chrysler minivan or?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I
Yeah.
did. What I did was I sent him a picture of a minivan with flames like on the side, painted on the side. And I was like, are you gonna
Church it up a little
are
bit,
you
bro.
gonna pimp your ride? But he loves it. He couldn't stop gabbing because
Or
they
a Buick. What was that movie where they were driving the Buick minivan? They're like, it's a Cadillac, a minivan.
He drives back and forth to DC. He doesn't fly. He just
Good for
drives.
him, man.
He's a good guy. He's just a real. That's the kind of representation we need more of in Congress.
I couldn't fly right now if I wanted to.
Why not?
I don't have one of those driver's licenses that.
You don't have a. You don't have a. You don't have a.
No, I don't have. I don't
ID?
have the special driver's.
You don't have a real ID?
No, I guess I don't.
Why?
Because I hate.
What?
It's just it's a thing with me. I hate to comply.
Good.
I hate to comply with. Anything.
It's amazing. You hate to comply with responding to text messages. That's
that too.
First and foremost. I know that for a fact, ladies and gentlemen.
But I am resist. I've never signed up for Obamacare.
James is taking.
I will never sign up. I will never sign any document that says Dan Carroll is signing up for Obamacare.
Well, that's not what it says. It says.
Well, I don't know what it says, but I'm just saying
it's a real ID. I mean, you just need it's a more.
I know, but you got to bring in. What do you got to bring in? You got to bring in
a sperm sample.
It's damn near. It's damn near close.
Your birth certificate. You got to bring in.
Jason brought in too.
All all that bullshit. I don't.
You weren't here, but I had Jason convinced that he needed that for his marriage certificate.
I mean, the government already has all the info on me that they need.
I showed up
Do
with
they not?
two jelly jars, and they were like, "What are you doing?"
2 jelly jars,
2 thimbles.
I've fucking worked on this for the last month and a half, and you're saying I don't need it? Are you shitting me? I had a hard enough time just with the fact that I'm adopted after my dad passed away, getting the right names on the fucking marriage certificate.
Oh man, that's funny stuff.
Oh, it's funny.
No, it's.
I got
studied all night for my urine test.
If I were you, Dan. I mean, seriously, if you don't know when you're going to need to fly, I would definitely.
You know what? If I need to fly, I just say I'm out. I can't fly.
You are an interesting.
I will not be accepted.
Jason, he is the most interesting man in the universe.
I prefer to drive.
Okay.
No matter where I'm going.
That's fine.
Prefer it.
All right, so
I won't be going out of the country anytime soon.
So we got this.
All right, here we go.
We didn't get to it last. We didn't get to it last show.
Drive out of the country. You can drive to Canada.
Gross.
Well, I can't cross the border.
No, you can't.
I can't get a passport without one of those special IDs.
No, you can't. Your passport's probably
You're
still
stuck.
good.
You're stuck. Sir.
Andrew, AOC has a message for you. I think you should listen carefully.
Oh God.
Here we go.
I want to say this right now. I fully welcome Trump voters into our coalition. And I know that sounds crazy to some people, but
It sounds crazy.
just hear me out.
Oh, hear her out.
I cannot tell you. It just happened to me like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you how many times someone has pulled me aside and said either I was once a big Trump voter and a Trump supporter, and I watched Fox News every day, but then I started to kind of expand my world and where I got information. And now I've learned, and now I've changed, and I'm with you, and I learn from you.
Yeah. How many
or
times?
people who meet me
What did you learn
who
from
are
AOC?
really big Republicans now, and they are shocked when they meet me because they're like, "You are nothing like
Where's the video
I
of her
was told
dancing?
you are."
Let's put that video on. I'd rather watch that.
And you start to see the cogs turning, that maybe everything that they had been told from this one channel or this one ecosystem
For God's sake.
isn't the whole truth.
Oh.
And it is enough to spark
See, AOC
a
knows the truth.
curiosity
Yeah.
that makes people want to go down a longer journey of learning.
Oh,
How long is this?
And AOC is going to be your guide along your journey of learning, Andrew.
Let me tell you something.
So you can know what the truth is.
You do realize
according to AOC.
you're watching here's what you don't. I mean, maybe you realize that
fucking
is
hilarious.
That is the new leader de facto of the Democrat Party. That's it.
And people are coming up to her, apparently confessing.
By the truckload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
All
I
the
voted
time.
for Trump.
I mean, it happens.
AOC.
I thought of doing it the other day.
I want to learn at your feet.
Yeah. I mean,
Please accept me into your bosom of goodness and and truthfulness.
I got to tell you, I have some friends in politics that are convinced that she's attractive. She just doesn't do it
Oh
for me.
my
because
God.
she is not. She is so phony.
Not
And
not even with your dick. No
she
way.
is phony. Good. I'm glad you said
No way.
because I wouldn't let you. And she is phony baloney and so full of herself. That chick does more selfies and more those little. Is that a TikTok? What is that? Is that TikTok?
Yeah, I think it's
Probably.
I think it was TikTok.
I mean that she is just so. If she can see herself on TV, she just or on the little screen, she just absolutely loves it, and I don't like her at all.
What do you think?
Joe said I'd maybe take an AOC mixology class, but that's about it.
Well, she was.
And
How good do you have to be a bartender in Boston? Was she Boston, right?
I don't know where she's.
Yeah,
No,
some
no,
college.
she's from
She's
New York.
New
No,
York.
but I thought she was going to school by Boston.
No,
I
who
could be
knows?
wrong. But who
She's an
knows?
idiot.
I think she did go to Boston College.
She's
Why
a
I said
moron.
Boston.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Bastard.
It's fine. Hey, listen, more power to her. You know what? That's the new head. That is the next Nancy Pelosi. That is the next Joaquin. What's his name? Joaquin Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries. Yeah.
Hakeem Skyhook Jeffries. And I mean, at the end of the day,
What are the chances that that's true? That people are coming up to her? It's
Zero.
It just happens.
Zero. Happens all the time.
AOC.
You can't walk down the street.
I can't watch Fox News anymore. I need.
It just happens.
I need
Anytime-
you. I need
any-
your guidance and your
Any
leadership.
video that I've ever seen where somebody has hit her on the street, just a rando, but there's a video, that gets put out because everybody's being videoed everywhere. But when somebody asks her a hard hitting question, that her handler jumps in
Yeah.
and they woo her down the street.
Remember when?
We have places to be.
Remember when she had a
She can't
town
answer
hall and
shit.
she was getting like lambasted by her own. She'll get just like Cincinnati. She's got a D next to her name, and it's a heavy D district, so she'll get reelected.
Oh, wait a minute. I just got a text message from AOC. It says, "Stop trying to date me."
I didn't realize you had a Grindr account.
That's her fallback position.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone criticizes her,
Yeah,
oh, they're just trying to date me.
don't want to date you. I don't even want to.
They're obsessed with my good looks.
I wonder.
For
Oh,
God's sake.
did you not see what I did? Oh, God, I gotta find it. Did you not see what I did to her nameplate when I was in DC?
Oh, I do remember the picture. I might have it. Hold on.
I think you do. I gotta look at my pictures. Anyway, I'll dig it up here in a second.
All
Let's
right.
keep moving on, but I'll have to search my photographs because I paid her off as a special visit, not in a creepy sort of way.
I did have it at some point,
But
I may have deleted it.
I did. I was in because everyone has their name, So yeah, it's good. But getting back to her narcissism, you guys have been to DC. Well, Jason, I don't know if you've been in the halls of the Congress.
I've not been in the halls. I've been to DC for 12 hours.
Dan, have you
I
been
have.
in
Yes,
the
I have.
congressional offices?
Yes, I have.
So you know what it's like. Usually there's a flag, and then usually there's some virtual signaling bullshit, like they might have a gay pride flag or a Ukraine flag or whatever.
Are you having a stroke?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You
And-
don't even drink, and you're slurring your words.
No,
How
but
the fuck
I have a
does that
gum in
happen?
my mouth. But anyway, so but my point is, except her office, you can see it from down the hall because most people have a signature book that
Oh,
you
it was all the
sign.
Post-it notes.
Yes,
I remember
She
that
has
picture. I don't
all
have
these
it.
for God's
Post-it
sake.
notes all over the walls, and they only keep up if you write something shitty. Her staff take it down, but if you write "I love you," it stays up forever.
Oh my
So
God.
that's what she's all about.
She's all about herself.
No, it's not AOC. I mean, we're
I
just
mean-
making an observation
Yeah.
that she's a complete and utter, the quintessential definition of a narcissist
So let's
in every way, shape, and form.
let's jump on because obviously it's been big news in the fact earlier today where Trump reversed. He kind of turned around and said, "You know what? Release the files." He is urging all the Republicans to vote to release the files.
I saw that headline the first thing when I got up this morning, and I said Trump is playing. He is playing these fools in the media and the Democrat Party like a fiddle. I mean, I really think that's what this is part of. That he comes out and puts out this statement. Are you going to read the statement, Jason?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna put it up. I had a
It's a long statement on that he put on Truth Social, but it's my way of thinking. It's pretty powerful.
Get paid.
There we go.
From Donald J. Trump, True Social. As I said on Friday night aboard Air Force One to the fake news media, House Republicans should vote to release the Epstein files. because we have nothing to hide, and it's time to move on from this Democrat hoax perpetrated by radical left lunatics in order to deflect from the great success of the Republican Party, including our recent victory on the Democrat, in quotes, shutdown. The Department of Justice has already turned over tens of thousands of pages to the public on Epstein, in quotes, are looking at various Democrat operatives, in parentheses, Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, Larry Summers, etc., and their relationship to Epstein, and the House Oversight Committee can have whatever they are legally entitled to. I don't care, in all caps. All I do care about is that the Republicans get back on track, which is the economy, affordability, in quotes, and in parentheses, where we are winning bigly. We're winning bigly. Our victory on reducing inflation from the highest level in history to practically nothing, bringing down prices for the American people, delivering historic tax cuts, gaining trillions of dollars of investment into America, in parentheses, a record, all caps. The rebuilding of our military, securing our border, deporting criminal illegal aliens, ending men and women's sports, stopping transgender for everyone, and so much more. Nobody cared about Jeffrey Epstein when he was alive. And if the Democrats had anything, they would have released it before a landslide election victory.
Correct.
Some, in quotes, members of the Republican Party are being used. Oh, it stopped there.
Hey, let me ask you a
stop
question.
A little bit further, but let's see, being used, and we can't let that happen. Let's start talking about the Republican Party's record-setting achievements and not fall into the Epstein trap, in quotes, which is actually a curse on the Democrats, not us. Make America great again.
Make America great again.
Let me ask you a question related to that. Number one, we already discussed if they would have used it, if they had it, anything, they would have used it during the election. But let me ask you another question. So Jeffrey Epstein was, during his trial, he was sentenced after this trial, after he was found guilty, he was sentenced to, I don't know the term, but he was in the prison or the jail in New York where he died. And you know, I'll leave that to you to decide what happened. But if he had something on Trump, don't you think that he would have used whatever he had, whether to curry favor with whoever was, you know, doing the prosecution, whether he was a Democrat prosecuting him or a Republican? Don't you think he would have used that to get a lighter sentence and gone public with that information at that time?
I think he would have done it. He would have done it quietly as possible.
Right. But he would have done it.
I definitely think that he would have done it.
Well, that's what his own
Without a
attorney said. His own attorney said the same thing. This isn't my thought. His own attorney said there's nothing on Trump in there. And his own attorney would probably know, I would think.
Trump did everything he could to assist prosecutors who were going after Epstein, who were trying to get justice for some of the victims.
Well, you know, speaking of dirty stuff that goes on in politics, and we were just talking about Epstein and whether or not how he died in prison. I'm old enough to remember when this was a story, and we got on the screen right now something I saw that, just speaking of released emails, and this is part of the Epstein thing. One of the things that's coming out is that they were discussing the fact that Hillary was doing the nasty with old Vince Foster.
Vince Foster, yeah, I saw that.
Hillary doing naughties,
which is enough to make me want to hurl. But so Hillary was doing the nasty with Vince Foster, who was amazingly and incredibly, and I remember at the time it was very, very curious, found he committed suicide in Fort Marcy Park? Yeah. Fort Marcy Park in DC. And there's a lot of questions about that were never, ever answered. But what we have now is we have sort of, you know, it was pretty well known that it was kind of very well known in DC at the time. But now what we're seeing is, you know, you have separate corroboration that, yeah, he was sleeping with Hillary, and that may or may not have had something to do with him, quote unquote, committing suicide. Well, because there was a lot of inconsistencies about the suicide itself.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of the Clintons.
Yeah,
you do not. You've
a pretty good rule of thumb.
No, if you've ever looked at and
it's actually now a thing where you got Clinton.
You do. So it's
uncanny, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you've ever looked at and the fact that, you know, I don't know their relationship. Obviously, we know it's difficult, I guess. Hillary and Bill's is they have a interesting arrangement, but and Bill was don't get me wrong, Bill is Bill, right?
Bill's no angel.
Bill's no angel.
Yeah.
But have you ever looked at a picture of Hillary Clinton's daughter and Webb Hubble?
Oh,
I mean, they are like spot on. I mean, I'm just telling you, they're spot on. So there's a lot of, and there's a picture on the screen of Epstein with old Bill. The guy was around, man. The guy got around. So it's I think the Democrats the point to all this, and the reason we're sharing this is I think that what will happen is there's going to be a lot of people that, ready, fire, aim.
The only thing I can think of is that why Trump doesn't want this to come out is because he may have been trying to do a solid for someone that he knows. Look, all these rich guys, Epstein was a rich guy. Trump is a rich guy. Rich guys tend to hang around with what? Other rich guys.
Rich guys.
They like
they pile around. I mean, it's human nature. It's one of those things in life that you can't deny.
Right.
So the fact that they knew each other, I don't think should surprise anyone. But the bottom line is that when Trump found out what Epstein was up to, what did he do?
He booted him out of
He
Mar-a-Lago,
cut him off.
And he booted him out of Mar-a-Lago.
He said, "See you later, pal." He said, "Stop trying to poach the girls who work here.
Yeah.
You're out, and we are done." And then that was the end of the deal. So they act as if, because there's a photo of Trump and Epstein together. Oh my God, it's horrible. The only thing I can think of is that Trump was trying to do a solid for another rich guy, who doesn't want to be exposed,
which happens
in the
every
Epstein stuff.
fucking day.
I think you're right.
So
In New York,
Yeah.
in Washington, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, it happens every fucking day.
so it's gotten to the point,
let me read this real quick.
where Trump says, "I don't care, let it out, let the chips fall where they may." And dude, I'm sorry, I tried as long as I could. The thing is, it's probably a rich guy who's got connections to the Democrats.
Probably.
And if this rich guy couldn't, spend enough money or convince the Democrats to cool their jets on this, then Trump's like, "Sorry, dude, that's on you. I got to
it's time."
Trump is more concerned about doing things for the American people than letting this drag him down.
So with this picture, so it's Bill Clinton, Epstein, and was it Ghislaine there?
Ghislaine, I don't know I do not know how you pronounce her name.
But it literally, it says Jeffrey Epstein visited Bill Clinton at the White House 17 times.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton
17 times.
Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's private jet 17 times.
Is that a lot? Does that sound like a lot?
It seems like a lot. And Clinton
Pappas,
infamously
you've been
had
to the White
sex
House
with his
17
own
times?
intern, Monica
White House?
Lewinsky, inside
Twice.
the Oval Office.
So 3 times.
Hillary Clinton dragged Monica.
3 times.
Democrats dragged Monica. They protected him and destroyed her. Then comes the Epstein saga. Barack Obama and Joe Biden sat on the Epstein files for years. No urgency, no transparency, no justice. Not a single push from Democrats to expose the truth or fight for the victims. But now suddenly, the minute Donald Trump is back in office, Democrats want to pretend they're moral guardians for Epstein's victims. Please. No one with a brain is falling for that. The hypocrisy is off the charts, and any Republican joining in on this charade is completely lost.
You know,
Yeah, that's a post from Terrence K. Williams. That guy is outstanding. And he did one taking down Michelle Obama,
And
too.
that
That was
November
really great.
November 15th.
Yeah.
You know the one thing though I don't like about all this, and I'll be very upfront.
It's garbage. I mean, it's gross.
Oh no,
We don't
yeah.
need to see it. We don't want it. We don't need to see it. We don't need that in our politics. But that's what politics is.
And
to
the
be honest.
distraction that it's caused is
Correct.
is not well timed, but nothing's well timed. But you know what I don't like is, so now obviously you guys probably I don't think we're going to talk about it, but I might as well mention it. You know, the dust up now between him and MTG has gotten a little bit personal. It's gotten a lot of it personal. And then Trump, listen, I got to be honest with you. I like a lot of what Trump does. I really do. Maybe you didn't notice. I do. I like a lot of what he does. He cracks me up. But I do wish at times he would shut his mouth. And I don't think, he's going after Massey. And I don't know that long term that's a great tactic to take. I don't like the infighting. I wish we would be a little more cool and just let shit go. And so I got to be honest with you. Things I love, I really do love, but I'm not above saying when I disagree. And
yeah,
infighting right now, making fun of Massey, questioning things. I mean, he was pretty uncool with some of the stuff he said about Thomas Massey. And I do Thomas Massey's a much smarter guy than I will ever be. The guy's at MIT grad. He self farms. He does his own. He even makes his own electricity at his house. I don't know where he's living now. I think he moved, but I'm not sure. The point of the matter is don't go attacking other Republicans, whether or not you are having a fight with them or not. He attacked MTG. It just, sometimes I wish he'd be a little more cool on that.
Well, I said pretty much the same thing.
Tact. There's definitely tact that needs to be
on the radio show this morning, is that there is, from time to time, there's a Trump policy, or he'll take some action, put something on social media that I disagree with.
Right.
And I think is a mistake. And I said something like back during the primary, when he was attacking Ted Cruz the way he was attacking Ted Cruz, and then he was attacking Ron DeSantis. I thought those were mistakes.
Yeah.
To go after those guys the way he did. But you look down the road, and the way he made amends, and and sort of rebuilt those bridges, and brought those guys back into the fold, I think is a big thing. But at least on our side of the aisle, when we have disagreements with someone that we support, we disagree with them on that specific issue, whatever the issue might be. Doesn't mean, and Ro Khanna is out there. This is one of a few narratives that the Democrats are trying to spin right now, is that because of the Epstein files and the way it's been handled, which I thought from the very beginning was an unforced error.
It was handled
terribly. That
Pam
Trump,
Bondi did not do a good job.
That Trump is losing his base, and I do not think that is true in the least.
No, I don't think he's losing.
We can be unhappy with the way the administration has handled this.
Yeah,
but on balance, when you look at the way he's handled everything else, has been pretty damn good.
As I just said, and I pointed out. Look,
so it doesn't mean
I can
just because we
him,
disagree
right.
with the way
doesn't mean I'm going to call
AOC. Let
AOC.
this thing go.
You didn't call AOC, did you? Did you call her?
No, she DM'd him on Grindr.
Did she?
she said, stop trying to date me.
quit trolling me.
No, I mean, listen. Do I support Trump? Yeah. Am I a cult follower? No, because if a cult follower, let me ask you a question, just a commonsensical question to both of you. If Dan and I were cult, quote unquote, self-described by some idiot in the chats, cult followers, would we be critical of our cult leader? No. He could do no wrong,
never.
because the very definition of a cult is your guy can do no wrong. And I just laid out a couple of points. I thoroughly disagree with him. Dan's right. I disagreed with him at the time on that. So it's not really a cult. It's just, overall, I do agree. And I do like what he is doing.
The policies and the action that have taken place since he's been back in have gone to the better.
Let me ask you guys a question. Since
you know what I want to see, though? I want to see, and I've not seen this yet. I want to see a montage, a loop of all the drug boats that have been blown up in the Caribbean.
I think it's up to.
They're up to 20, like 22 or 23.
Well, you realize he's killing innocent fishermen.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make a living and feed their family.
Like one after another. Boom, boom, boom. To some great music or maybe a speech by Trump.
Let me ask you guys something.
Boom,
Thanksgiving's coming up next week, and
some people never learn.
If it was I remember under Biden, they made a big deal that remember under Biden, I think it was down like 3 cents or something. And they said, Thanksgiving this year is going to save you a whopping. This is a lot cheaper.
We're saving 29 cents on this meal.
Given everything we've gone through, let me ask you guys, do you think Thanksgiving this year cost you more or less than last year?
Oh, it's definitely less. I saw the CEO of Walmart talking about that.
It is less.
Yeah, it's less.
But you don't see the White House because I don't think it's significantly less, but it is less.
It's less.
And you don't see the White House out there we saved you 3 cents on butter this year. They're not doing shit like that. So, I wish they would kind of, in a way, toot their horn. I mean, and everyone's like, Trump toots his own horn. But that's one thing the Democrats did pretty well. They did do stuff like that well. I wish we'd realize that, hey, the effects of inflation are coming. He got that under control. He is talking now. He's reversed policy on some of his tariffs that he says has been hurting the American people. And he's going to he's reversing those. So, and the Epstein thing, this shows another thing where, I don't know if Dan's right, if he's playing, what is it, 3D chess, like what's her face was? What was it, Kamala? I was playing 3D, 4D chess.
Camel toe.
Yeah, Camelidia. But we'll see. I mean, we're going to find out very
I
shortly.
think she said it was 4-dimensional chess.
Well, it's supposed to be because
Yeah.
chess by itself is 3-dimensional.
Yes. But
Whatever.
who cares?
That's fine.
Who cares? She's a clown. She's a fool.
Andrew, I'm proud of you, by the way.
What I do now?
I want to give you an accolade. You sent me a lot of things,
Yes, I did.
and I'm glad you did.
Yes.
You normally don't.
I had a moment. I was a little backed up, so I was sitting there.
It's perfect.
And,
That's when all the good work is done.
all the good work is done. And I was like,
We didn't get to this.
Well, which one are you going to go with?
I saved this one. We didn't get to this one last show.
The new mayor in Seattle?
The new mayor in Seattle.
Boy, she's a piece of work.
I thought that was worth keeping. So
we need to.
You know, her husband doesn't work either.
Correct.
You know that.
it's amazing.
So,
We need to chip in and get her a makeover.
Oh, my God.
Access to affordable, healthy food is a basic right. We cannot allow giant grocery chains to stomp all over our communities, close stores at will, and leave behind food deserts. Together, we can build a Seattle where fresh food is for everyone, not just for those who can afford it. Food deserts are not natural. Corporations create them when they abandon our communities. As mayor, I'm excited to step up and with UFCW explore public option grocery stores to fill those gaps.
There you go.
Yeah, so let's do that on the East Coast, and now we're going to do it on the West Coast.
Hey, man, it's going to work out. They know how to do it better.
And just see how it goes. And
they know how to do it better.
I didn't save it, but our friend Falk, she sent me something. Dan actually sent me the same thing. Our buddy Zeke, we're going to get to here a little bit later, but
Zeke cracking on Michelle Obama.
But the Drinking Bros had a guest on who's a repeat guest, and Gerardo's his last name. I cannot remember his first name. He's a stand-up comic. And they were talking about Seattle, this exact interview. And then he was like, you know what? He was like, I gave money to Mom Dami. He was like, I did. Let's go. Let's just see what happens. He was like, you could tell a kid to not touch the stove and it's hot. And then they turn around and say, oh, that's hot. Keep touching that motherfucker. Let's go. Let's see what happens. And the way he did it, I wished I'd have pulled that clip.
I like that idea.
I wished I'd have pulled the clip.
It's a good.
Falk,
it's a good way to look at it.
Falk, I apologize for not pulling it, but it made sense. Like, all right, you're gonna eat your shit.
Well, yeah,
you are gonna eat your shit because that's what you voted.
Because anyone who pays attention knows where this road ends. So it go ahead. I mean, we're all going to be watching.
And Trump said he's going to meet with him. Trump said he's going to meet with him. He says they can probably work something out. I again,
I don't know what you're going to work out, but
I disagree with that. I'd be like, what's the point? I mean, what is the point? The guy is I'm not describing him as a socialist. He's describing himself as a socialist.
Right.
The policies that he's promoting are socialistic, communistic. Use a word you want to use. I just would let it be a case study of what happens when you go down this road, and I hope it ends shittily.
I'm going over here.
Well, let me just read you something real quick about Mondani.
This will be really, really fast,
Okay.
but it's just showing how it's spreading across the country. On live TV, Chicago mayor asked the United Nations to intervene against the U.S. government to stop ice raids.
That guy's.
Are you shitting me?
No, that guy's a fucking loop.
You are one of the worst mayors that has ever been in existence outside of maybe AFTAB. AFTAB's there, but
they're ruining the day they had Beetlejuice. I mean, seriously, right. They are ruining the day. You would
almost rather have.
You would rather.
What the fuck was her name?
Lori Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. Yeah.
So this idiot thinks that the United Nations. That's what I want. A bunch of Smurfs here running around, enforcing whatever in the United States of America.
That was a quick hit, but
buddy.
I mean, it's falling all in line with all of these mayors. But yeah, go ahead, Dan.
We've run this experiment. Tell me who said this. We've run this experiment many times, and the results are always obvious. Democrats must recognize that Mondani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. Here's capitalist South Korea at night from space. And then he shows a picture of here's socialist North Korea. Yeah, in 1990, Venezuela was wealthier than Poland. But then Poland, finally free of Soviet-style economics, went all in on capitalism.
Great point.
Now their economy is as big as Japan. And people there have high wages, low inflation, cars, vacations, homes. Meanwhile, Venezuela traded capitalism for Hugo Chavez socialism for the 21st century. which turned out to be like socialism in the last century, or any century, a fucking mess. It turned one of Latin America's richest countries into one of the poorest. Low wages, high inflation, shortages, outages, 8 million people fleeing. If you think New York can somehow reinvent this wheel, you're in for a rude awakening. And you were peeking at my thing, so you know it was Bill Maher.
Well,
Jill Billy hit it. She didn't know.
Yeah, Bill Maher. Yeah.
Well, even before I saw that, I go, that's going to be, because you said he showed a picture. So I go, that's going to be one of the late night guys. And I mean, that's perfect. But it's going to fall on a lot of deaf ears.
Sure it is.
I mean, the problem is, you show people North Korea and South Korea from satellite, and it's telling. I mean, you can see the line, but people just don't. They don't connect. They don't connect the dots. They don't. And the comment, I guess Poland really strikes close to home for us, because I remember when Poland was communist, and it was not a good place.
Oh.
And what they did was they elected, it was Lech Walesa.
And led the revolution.
And down the road they went. And now Poland is like the one of the powerhouses of the European Union. Or well, they're not in the European Union, but they're one of the powerhouses of Europe. I mean, you would be surprised how much shit's made there.
A former Soviet bloc country.
Bloc country that was was abandoned by the Western powers after World War II, but that's going back in history because of the Cold War. But man, they have a great economy, and they're hard workers, and they just love freedom because they lived under that communist shit. But here we are in the United States.
It's pretty cool though to pull out Poland as an example to hey, look here's one country where it works.
Well, Venezuela used to be thriving, and look at them now.
Absolutely.
I mean, Venezuela has more oil than anyone, and they're down there literally not able to even get the oil into the ground. Now they're trying to make some deals. I saw.
You got to take a wheelbarrow full of money just to buy a loaf of bread at the store. I mean,
I don't know. Ridiculous. We might be headed for that here too if
maybe
if we don't straighten our financial house out. But whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, elections have consequences. I hope that Portland goes into the shitter as it will, and New York City goes into the shitter as it should. And I hope no federal dollars are used to fix it.
All right,
yeah,
Andrew.
no, Trump's not going to give a dime.
Well, don't say that too quickly.
Don't
say that too quickly. I wouldn't. I hope he does not.
He's not sending a dime to Maryland either.
I hope he does not. But
I saw that soundbite the other day when he was doing that event at the White House. Is the governor from Maryland?
Oh yeah. I remember that.
You still want men and women's sports? Okay, great.
Well, speaking of men,
you're not getting any money from me. Good luck in your next.
It's funny you segued into that. Speaking of men in women's sports, and speaking of these Democratic states, I don't even remember what state is that, Jason? Massachusetts. So go ahead, G, just put it up on the screen. I mean, it's just enough to make your head pop. There you go. This guy, the Massachusetts governor, Maura Healey, I do not know who she is, appointed another Giselle.
It says D there, so that means she's a Democrat.
She's dumb and a Democrat. Appointed Giselle Bird, a man pretending to be a woman, to the Massachusetts Commission on the Status of Women, which advises on policy to improve the opportunities for women. They put a man in this position.
It's very ironic.
Is it just me, or does that not make your head explode?
It's very ironic, isn't it?
And this is today's Democrat Party. I mean, I'm sorry to say, listen, I'm not making this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So this woman,
that's not a dude. That's a dude.
This dude is going to go in there and then mansplain to other women about what's best for women.
Yes,
is that right? Do I have that right?
Something like that.
That's exactly how it's tracking with me.
I can explain to women how important it is for them to get their prostate checked. But I just don't. I don't get it, man. I just don't freaking get it. And
you can't make that shit up.
There's some more pictures of this dude, and it's a dude. It's not. It's a dude dressing as a woman. You know what? They asked. I mean, I didn't share the story. Maybe I did, but up not far from here, the state of Michigan had one of their state board superintendents for education being testifying. They asked her. The guy just asked her, "How many genders are there?" How many genders are there? She couldn't answer the
Oh,
question.
I
I
count
did see
two.
that. I did see that.
She can't answer the damn question.
You got your male.
You got
your
Is that mail like at the mailbox mail, or is that why they're confused?
What are you,
I'm not
George
sure.
Costanza? You're channeling George Costanza.
Absolutely.
You got your male and you got your female.
Oh my God.
Jeez, oh Pete, what's going on, man? I mean, what is going on?
Well,
with the
this
world?
is what happens, I think, in part when you get
Oh,
female
here it
when you
is.
get female leadership.
Here it is. I got it right here.
All right, what do you
I
got
sent
there?
that to you too.
I knew it was in here. I have so many
I
tabs
sent
open.
you so much shit today.
It's good. I like it.
What you got
This
there?
is a state just north of us, and you should demand more of your elected officials. You should demand more of people they appoint to positions, because shit like this happens when the guys.
What's this one about?
This is in Michigan.
Okay.
What are
I
you
think
just
it's in
talking
Michigan.
about?
Yeah, and they can't. She cannot answer.
Different people have different beliefs on that.
Well, you can believe all you want, but science says there's two.
I'm going to play it again. Real quick.
How many genders are there? How many genders are there?
Different people have different beliefs on that.
Well, you can believe all you want, but science says there's two.
So what's happening
Sue
there?
Carnell from the great state of Michigan
And-
can't answer. So she's the
And what's her position? She's a school.
Michigan State Superintendent.
She's
So
a
she
superintendent of schools.
Probably it's probably a state superintendent. I mean, I guess.
So when that guy asks that question, you can see the wheels turning in her head.
No,
she's
trying
She's
to plot.
calculating right there. How do I answer this question
The flow chart was going in
without
her head.
losing
Exactly
any
right.
political support? How much money is this going to cost me?
I can't
What do
piss
I
off this
say?
group. I can't piss off that group.
Yeah.
So what do I say here?
All those machinations are going on in
her-
that thought.
in
You
her
can
little-
see it.
You could see the rats just
Oh.
absolutely running in the cage, and she's trying to figure out what the right answer. Well, many people have many different beliefs.
There is
Who gives a shit about what you believe? It's a scientific fact.
when Michelle Malkin was writing on a regular basis.
What's she doing nowadays?
I think she's semi-retired. I think.
Is she really? God,
I mean,
we're old.
she's not that old.
No, we must be old.
I
because
know,
she's
but
not that
Michelle
old.
Malkin, literally one of the greatest writers, conservative writers out there in the history of
She
conservative
was
thought.
very good. Yes.
She coined the term "crap weasel,"
Crap.
and so from time to time, I see people like this, and this is the perfect example of a crap weasel. That's exactly what she is.
Well, I mean,
And once you literally, once you're a crap weasel, you're always a crap weasel,
well,
and you can't escape it.
God, I got to use that
you
in
use
every
the
day.
term.
It's a great term.
one of your favorite terms.
It's like when you're a cocksucker, right? You suck one cock, you're a cocksucker for life.
You can build a million bridges in your life, but you're known as a
That
cocksucker.
reminds me of a joke. That reminds me of a joke. But anyway, I'm not going to
Let's
say
hear
it. No, I'm not going to say it.
Come on, it's one more out of your podcast.
No. Punchline is answer the phone, cocksucker. I'll just let it be at that. But anyhow, at the end of the day, you have so many people that just don't. I mean, don't you believe in science? Aren't we supposed to trust the science?
Well, that's what
They're just saying-
Democrats say, that all us, Trump supporters, we're the flat earthers. We're the ones who don't believe in science.
This has nothing to do with Trump, by the way. I mean,
Well, I know, but they want to characterize us all in the same.
Yeah,
under the same.
you get
broad
put in the
brush.
same box. You get put in the same box.
I mean, someone's anyway. It's not even worth commenting on. It's not worth it. I'm not going to jump down. I'm not going to go down that road.
I love it.
No, don't.
Should we dial up our buddy Zeke?
Oh
Carpenter?
yeah, that's perfect because one of our
This sort of fits in with the same thing, but Michelle Obama is out there, and she's got a book out, so she's on a book tour, and she's going all these different places.
I'm so glad since he just fucking made that comment. That's the greatest segue ever.
What did he say?
It's something about Michelle.
They're
Obama's.
going back and forth in the chats, and
Oh,
he doesn't have Trump stick in his ass, and
but he has Michelle Obama's.
He said he has Michelle Obama.
Big Mike.
That works out perfectly.
All right.
I'm so glad you said that.
So Michelle
You
Obama
toolbag.
is out there just
selling a book.
infuriating people. I mean, you talk about can you think of anyone that has more privilege than she has had?
I'll
I
ask
mean,
you-
not just during the time that she was in the White House.
Where did she go to college? Do you remember?
I
I don't.
NYU.
Princeton.
Okay.
Is that a
That's
school,
Ivy League.
Is that a
Yeah.
school that's probably pretty hard to get into?
I had a cousin who went to Princeton.
Were they
It cost a hell of a lot of money. I
right?
know
And
that.
they had to be pretty well connected to get
Yeah.
into Princeton.
Yeah.
She must have really been suffering.
My
to
uncle
get into
Uncle
Princeton.
Jack was a very wealthy guy,
Oh,
and so he sent his kids
congrats
to Ivy League
Jack.
schools.
But Zeke, I can't wait to hear his take on this because if
This
you or
is
I
amazing.
say something or Jason says something, they throw the race card down.
I don't care anymore.
I know, but I'd like to hear Zeke.
But there's two separate comments. One was about the hair, which Zeke talks about, and then the other is how Michelle Obama is convinced that
People are killed.
that we Americans aren't ready for a female president.
Okay.
So let's hear what Zeke says first about the hair. This is classic Zeke art.
This is awesome.
Classic.
And Falk sent this to me, so I'm going to throw some kudos out because I didn't grab
Yeah.
the other one. But Dano also
It's the
said
same clip.
So yeah, you guys are aligned.
Condescending. I just asked where did she go to college? It wasn't condescending. Quite the point of the matter is not many people get into Princeton. Stupid.
All right,
God,
shut up.
It's got to be hard being dumb.
Let me explain something to white people. Our hair comes out of our head naturally in a curly pattern. So when we're straightening it to follow your beauty standards, we are trapped by the straightness. That's why so many of us can't swim and we run away from the water. People won't go to the gym because we're trying to keep our hair straight for y'all.
For y'all.
Right, Chewbacca,
Why?
we get it. You're black. You're a black woman. We get it. Why does every one of your sentences begin with the fact that you have to point out that you're a black woman? We have working eyes. We have working ears. We see you and we hear you, Chewbacca. You don't have to remind us every 5 minutes that you're a black woman and life is so hard for you. And you have to jump through this hoop and you have to jump through that hoop. You are a multi-millionaire, if not the high tens, somewhere in the hundreds. You have a mansion, a big ass mansion at Martha's Vineyard that no one can get into. All right. Your husband was a 2-term president of the United States. You get book deals where they just throw money at you. You have a hair and makeup team that works very, very hard to try to make you look good. You have all kinds of endorsements and people fawning over you and everything else. Michelle, Chewbacca, no one cares. Good Lord, no one cares. Also, white people never asked you to put your hair like that. They never said to you, you have to straighten your hair. No white person has ever looked at a black woman and said, no, can't do it. She has to straighten her hair. No, you do that because you want to do it. Don't go blaming white people for that, okay? You do it because you want to do it. I know plenty of black women who wear their hair naturally and they're fine with it. Or they put whatever chemicals. I shave my head. I don't know what y'all do to each other. But they put whatever they got put in their hair in to make it manageable. But straightening your hair is a personal decision that you made. Don't go blaming white people for that. You made that decision. Can this woman just go 5 minutes? 5 minutes without claiming herself to be some sort of victim. 5 minutes. That's all we're asking. Without trying to make people feel sorry for you somehow. Good Lord. Go get back on the Millennium Falcon and go fly somewhere with Han Solo. Zeke Arkham got your 6. Bye.
Zeke Arkham got your 6.
He is great.
And that is a fantastic take. And he's fed up with it, man.
Dude, do you know what their net worth is? I just looked it up. Do you know what their net worth is?
Oh, it's got to be it's got to be in excess of 400 million.
No, it's not that much.
It's not that much.
Not that much.
It's over 100 million.
It's close. According in August, is according to Forbes, it's at least you could be right, but it's at least $70 million.
No way. It's got to be way more.
It's probably worth. Well, when they say at least, they're being very conservative. So let's just say 100 million.
How much do you think the place on Martha's Vineyard, Carl?
Oh God, I don't even know.
20 million?
Well, it's going to be underwater soon, so it'll be worthless. But the point of the matter is yet you're a victim. You have accrued. You have managed to accrue a net worth of $100 million in the United States of America. And somehow your mindset is still waking up every day and blaming whites Republicans, I mean, whatever the asshole du jour is.
It's just one grievance after another.
It is, at some point, can you drop to your knees?
It is beyond tedious.
You know what?
To listen to this
Could you
shit.
drop to your knees and thank God that you were born, or you were well, depending on Barack, but you were born in the United States of America, and you rose to the highest office in the land. You accumulated $100 million worth of wealth, and you have to sit there and be upset.
I have a timeline.
I mean, it's unreal.
Before the presidency,
Obama's wealth. Here
1.3 million. When Barack Obama became president, reports indicate their net worth was 1.3.
And most of that is because of those phony baloney books that he wrote.
Mid-presidency, 2010 to 15, grew modestly. Though his presidential salary, $400,000 a year, plus book advances and royalties. According to IB Times, from 05 to 16, they earned a total of $20.5 million between salaries, writing, and investments.
Very nice.
By 2015, some estimates put Barack's net worth at 12.2, Michelle's at 11.8.
Pretty good.
Post-presidency, 65 plus million joint book deal with Penguin Random House for their memoirs.
Excellent.
Massively boosting their financial trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So overall,
they don't have the Netflix deal in there.
Overall, it's it's 70 plus million.
Can I say something?
I think the Netflix deal was like what, 40 or 50 million? It was just a huge number.
And let me be clear, I don't care about how much money they have.
I
really don't. I don't care how much money they accrue. I don't care. I mean, sounds like they've been doing very well. More power to you. However, what the hell are you bitching about?
Don't bitch about it.
What are you bitter about? I mean, to someone, I'm going to speak very slowly because I can tell I'll have to, because someone in the crowd will misconstrue this statement and not understand. I don't care how much money they are worth today. It really doesn't bother me. More power to you. I hope everybody can do that. However, my question is, what the hell are you bitching about? You should be praising the fact that you were able to accrue such wealth in what you self-describe as the most horrible country on the planet. That's my point. And I think that's your point. And I know that's Jason's point.
Yeah.
What the hell do you have to bitch about?
Right off into the sunset and fucking live your pampered life, which I'm jealous of. I'm the first to say I'm jealous as shit of it. Do I want some of the bullshit that goes with it? Probably not. But I'd like to give it a try.
513, I don't think you're the dumbest person on the planet. You just better hope that the dumbest person on the planet doesn't die. You're close.
But, look, I'm not a woman, but
you're not.
I think there's a thing when you get other women talking about other women's hair that kind of gets into a kind of women thing that I don't understand.
You're choosing to assimilate with the people that you're hanging out with. And as Zeke's point,
Zeke's right on the money.
That's a choice that you made.
Yeah,
nobody's asking you to do that.
Wait, what did she say?
And she's speaking, and is she speaking for all black women who straighten their hair?
I guess so.
Saying that we're doing it for you all, for y'all,
yeah, all you white people.
But here's
you don't want a racial divide. Go fuck yourself.
Here's the
literally go fuck yourself 7 times.
That set me off. Probably more than anything else. And this was another event that she did. And she was talking about this is a piece that was written by Olivia Murray in American Thinker, which is a great website, by the way, if you want to see really well done opinion pieces. And Olivia Murray writes, according to Michelle Obama, we ain't ready for strong female leadership. And if we dissent and argue, then we are lying. While speaking at an event in New York Friday, Michelle told an audience that she would most certainly not be running for office in the near future because Americans as a whole are not grown up enough to want a woman in a position of leadership. Here's what she said. Obama cited Kamala Harris' loss to Donald Trump in 2024 as her evidence of the country's sexism, saying Americans have a lot of growing up to do. As we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready, she told the audience in Brooklyn.
We ain't ready?
While promoting her new book, The Look. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. You know, we've got a lot of growing up to do, she continued. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it. Now, she writes, I happen to agree entirely with that sentiment. I think only men should be allowed to hold office. And so she goes on about that. But here's the crux of it. Many Americans are ready and willing to put women into office. In fact, tons of Americans just voted to put a woman, and not just a woman, but a black woman, like Michelle, like Kamala, into the governor's seat in Virginia. And guess what?
You know what her husband did?
They were Republican and conservative voters, including men.
Absolutely.
The Democrats, they voted against a black woman, and she lost. In fact, the group that voted against Republican Winsome Earl Sears was almost 100% was black, 96%. Between Earl Sears and Abigail Spanberger, more men supported Earl Sears, 51%, than they did Spanberger, 48%. When you look at white men with a college degree, 52% went for Earl Sears, 48% for Spanberger. When you look at white men without a college degree, 71% went for Earl Sears, 29% put their vote on Spanberger. Men, white men, actually tried to put a black woman in a position of executive authority, but Democrat voters said hell no.
And who did her husband go down and campaign
He
for?
said you got to vote for the white woman.
And she's getting on her high horse saying something like that. She should be talking to Barack. Now, maybe they don't live together. I'm not sure. But why the hell isn't she chewing Barack up one side and down the other? Because that's exactly right. He went down and campaigned against the black woman, and she has the balls, to say, Big Mike, how could she even say that? And nobody questions her on it?
Any day of the week, Michelle Obama will look at the three people sitting right here and saying, y'all's racist.
Yeah.
Y'all's racist because y'all ain't ready to put a black woman in office.
Well, if you're going to talk like that.
And guess what? If I lived in Virginia and I was voting for governor, I would have voted for Winsome Earl Sears.
Absolutely. She's sharp.
I would have gladly voted for her.
Here, real quick, I'm gonna hit our sponsor here.
And just so you know,
such bullshit.
There's a white woman running for governor in the state of Ohio, and her name is
Don't say it.
Douche.
Don't say it. Do not say it.
I am not voting for her.
No, absolutely not.
Dr.
Stand by.
Hannibal Lecter.
We'll be right back.
Dr. Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made.
Is it extraordinary or is it extraordinary?
Well,
does it go both ways?
You can put your emphasis however you like on
I
that.
kind of like extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
This actually kind of rolls in with what you want to end with, but you sent me this and it made me giggle. It's gross, but it made me giggle. Texas man in diaper arrested after yelling "goo goo gaga" at young girls, asking them to change him.
That's right.
On July 29th,
Wonder if he voted for Michelle Obama.
2025 in Tyler, Texas, a shocking scene unfolded near Andy Woods Elementary. Police say 45-year-old Wesley Wade Worrell
I don't know.
followed two young girls as they rode bikes and then parked a silver truck, stepped out only wearing a diaper and a pacifier, and shouted, "Goo goo gaga, I need a diaper change," before asking, "Will you change my diaper?"
Oh my God.
Terrified girls obviously ran for help. A quick thinking neighbor's son caught part of Worrell's license plate, leading police to lead him right to him. As when you said this to me, I was giggling my ass off in the fact, like, how gross of a fucking human being
Well, I mean, listen,
you have to be. And they're out there, and we know that.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference between that and thinking you're a freaking cat? I mean, seriously, what's the difference?
No,
what's
we
the
have
difference?
to-
Let me ask you a question, and not to be, devil's advocate or whatever, but what is the difference between that and a man thinking he's a girl? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I'm being totally serious.
No,
there is no difference.
There is no difference. So, if the left was consistent, they'd be like, well, there's nothing wrong with that guy. You can't arrest him. There's nothing wrong with him. So where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
And,
Well, that's just it. There is no line.
there's shades of gray. There's no black and white.
We have school board members in our community that would look at this guy and say, "You are welcome here anytime."
Yes. And
wear your diaper.
Speaking of school board,
ask little kids to change your diaper. It's perfectly fine.
I throw this out there. So this is our school board member. This is Jason Simmons, everybody. And he shows up at a school board meeting wearing a shirt that says, "Imagine being scared of diversity, but not dictatorship." And now Jason Simmons, it's also in context to tell you that Jason Simmons is a Democrat. And he is big push here. He's also a professor at UC. Might want to check your kids' curriculum and see what their professors are. But
what does he teach at UC?
Something, I don't know. Something sports related, which is funny because there's nothing athletic about him.
Litter box cleaning.
But my point is that, listen, this guy is, first of all, if you read my post, you'll see what he treated Sarah Jonas like garbage. I mean, very aggressive, very demeaning, completely unprofessional. Has no business being on the school board. But now, guess what we have here in Forest Hills? We have an all Democrat school board.
Yep.
You're looking at, with that shirt, you're looking at the guy, almost killed myself, might be president of the school board coming up. Listen, he wanted to make a statement. Could you imagine being in his class and having to watch that and sit there and say, "This is my professor"? What if you're conservative? I'm sure he's around. He's all for diversity, but what he's not for is diversity of thought. You have to agree with everything he says. And, it's such an ignorant statement. Let me ask you a question. Do we live in a dictatorship, Dan? Jason?
Not that I know of.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not a dictatorship. Huh.
Because we have open
dictatorial
elections.
state.
I'm sure he's out there during the No Kings rally. Do we have kings in this country too? No, we don't.
No.
So
Last time I checked.
I just find it,
But what I love is with the No Kings rally. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still your president."
Yeah. I just think the guy, coupled with his shirt,
He said, "I'm not a king. I work my ass off."
Coupled with his shirt, with his attitude, with what he said about sex education for our children, which is very deeply concerning, and the fact that his behavior at the last school board meeting. Guy's got no business being on a school board, and personally, I don't think he's got any business teaching your kids.
I mean, I'll admit it's been a while since I've been to a school board meeting, but last July you sent me a video of him, and he was going on and on ad nauseum about wanting to have kids look at pornography in school.
Yes,
and he will not let it go. I am told that at every school board meeting, by people who go to attend these meetings on a regular basis.
God bless the people that do.
Every time he gets a chance to speak, he brings it up again and again and again. So
his statement,
there is a strong likelihood that if God willing, we're still doing this podcast in a year from now.
Oh, we'll be talking about it.
We are going to be talking about kids in our schools that are just a stone's throw away from where we sit right now.
And he made the statement.
And they'll be looking at aberrant sexual behavior, pornography in schools.
And so my point in bringing this up is, number one, wherever you live, keep an eye on your school boards. The races are really, really, really important. And if you're inclined to want to run for those offices, please step up and do, because we need good people,
But
to
be
run
ready.
for school board, and
But
be ready
be
for the
ready.
shit you catch.
Yes.
The other thing
And
is
Sarah Jonas, God bless her. I
God
supported
bless
her, man,
she was a warrior.
she
She's
was.
been really treated badly.
But the other people she went in there with, they couldn't handle a little bit of heat,
and they got out.
and they got. And I'm not saying I blame them.
No, it's just unfortunate. What the Democrats have done here locally is just absolutely unbelievable.
And there are probably more serious threats than we know about that were made to them.
Possibly, I don't know. I haven't heard, but possibly.
I've heard some rumors.
But I mean, I'll say this: when you have people like this, if I'll put it to you this way, when I was in office, I had the opportunity to be an asshole to other board members or to people in the audience, and I really never was. I mean, I'm shocking as that is. I had a limit
Some
to what I
people
would say.
might dispute that claim.
Well, that's fine. They can dispute all they want, but there's nothing on tape, and there would be if I was. But the fact of the matter is, this guy, the way he treated a fellow board member at the last meeting is just absolutely uncalled for. He should be censured for it. They won't. And the Democrats will always do this. This guy can be an asshole, and this guy can treat fellow board members the way he treated them, and I'll let people listen to it and make their own conclusions. It's on my page. But at the end of the day, they will never, nor will the new Democrat board members, they'll never call this guy out. They'll never say, you know what, I don't agree with that. No one will ever show up. No Democrats will show up and say, how dare you do that? We don't agree with that, because they don't rock the boat. They just don't. And if I had done something like that, I'm sure my fellow Republicans on the board would have called me out. And I know damn well that Republicans would have said you shouldn't do stuff like that.
It's a basic difference between
it's a
two
fucking
parties.
double standard, and I'm really kind of getting tired of it. But you know what? I don't have to be quiet anymore. And I had to be quiet when I was in office. And ever since I've been out of office, I've been a lot less quiet than I was when I was in office. So you guys, I hope Sarah joins that, because she knows a lot of stuff that went on in the school board. We could use another voice of reason.
Need her on the podcast.
That's right.
Is she out in January?
Yeah, the new board, and he references that in
Maybe
his
we can
rants.
get her on the podcast.
Yep. I think we probably
That'd
could.
be interesting.
And I would love to have Sarah on.
Her and Jill are friends.
You know, I will say this, couple that with how they treated a candidate for school board, ran her out of the race before she ever had an opportunity to run. The Democrat Party has no bounds, and the means are the ends always justify the means. So I'm getting tired of it.
We've got no moral compass. Anything
But Trump's a
goes.
dictator, Dan. Damn it, he's a dictator.
As long as
I
they're
learned a
promoting,
new word today.
as long as they are in service to the agenda,
right.
that's all that matters.
That's right. And they are drifting further and further left, as witness and as example with AOC being now their new leader. So more power to them.
Right.
Oh, by the way,
you're going to go confess your
hurry up.
But by the way, I
your
just
love
want to
for
say,
AOC.
I went on my page and you guys saw it, but I mean, I just still want to say we had an update on Fetterman. He's doing better.
Oh,
He's recovering.
Did you see the scar?
He has a lot of scars.
20 stitches.
He fell a long way.
What a face plant.
Yeah, he face planted. But
Do you see the size of that head?
yeah,
It's
I wish him.
It might be bigger than mine.
I
It might
doubt
be.
it.
I
doubt it.
got a big head.
You have a giant head. I've been looking at it,
I
and
think-
it's like enormous. I
John
can't see it.
Fetterman might have a bigger. If I ever meet that guy, I'm going to put my head next to his and say,
When I had to talk to
who's
Jason,
got the bigger
I had
head?
to lean way back to get around their noggin. But no, I wish him well, and I hope he gets well, and I wish him continued health, because he is really a voice of common sense.
We
on the Democrat
busted
side.
his balls early.
Oh, hard.
Early on the
Hard.
podcast.
Hard. Oh, yeah.
I mean, even a year and a half, 2 years ago,
Hard.
we were busting his balls,
Right.
but he is actually
He's earned my respect.
become common sense.
No, he's earned my respect.
Yeah,
He's earned our
I
respect.
agree. I agree.
And I is that bipartisanship? God, I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
it is.
weird.
Weird.
Wow, we can agree on
How
something.
does that happen?
But hey, everybody, we appreciate you being here in the chats. Even if you didn't chat, being here, logging in, subscribing, liking. Make sure you download the audios. The downloads help a ton. So do subscriptions. But I think we're coming back Friday, 5:00.
I don't
Friday,
like that.
Friday,
Are you
5:00.
asking? Are you asking?
Friday, 5:00.
That silence.
but
silence seemed to be
We'll
long
be back.
there.
We always do this during the show.
Today's
So,
Monday.
but we appreciate you. So thank you so much for supporting us.
Have a
and
great week.
Support your local community and help somebody.
What's
Do
the
a
next school board
do
meeting?
a good
I
thing,
don't know when the next school board
and we'll see you Friday.
Figure it out.